Wally here, and I hope you're having a good day, because today I want to talk about another game from my gaming collection, and this time it is a Nintendo 3DS RPG, and not only a RPG, it is an RPG Maker FES made by NIS America. And what can I say about this? I've always been a huge fan of the RPG Maker franchise going back to the PlayStation 1. That is when I first saw RPG Maker, and I decided to buy it for that system. Over the years, as more RPG Makers came out, I decided to jump on the bandwagon once again to create my own RPGs of my dreams. And I'm glad I did, because I ended up buying one for the PC, entered into a contest one year, didn't win anything besides like a voucher, but I did complete my very first RPG on the PC. But then I thought it would be really cool if a portable handheld system had RPG Maker, because that's, you're going to put so many hours into this game. You're going to put so many hours just creating a world that you may never ever finish, but that's the joy of this, is just creating a 2D RPG of your dreams with characters and names and dialogue and events to your liking, and it is so much fun. So when I finally saw that this RPG Maker FES was coming out for the Nintendo 3DS, I absolutely pre-ordered this sucker, got it, and it was like a tough moment in my life all these years ago when I got this. I remember I was feeling down, a lot of things in my life, but I had this come in on like a Friday night, and I remember just playing hours and hours and hours, and within like a week, I think I had over 45 hours of just delving deep into this, and it really let me escape and explore my imagination and creativity, which I really love. So if you're creative, if you're imaginative, then these types of games, RPG Maker FES and the entire RPG Maker series, should be right up your alley. This one specifically was cool because it has touchscreen controls. It's a portable game. Now, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles and all of the features that, say, the PC Big Brother has, but it gets the job done, and it got the job done. I know I was trying to create kind of like a Monster Hunter-esque role-playing game where you would go and beat monsters and you would get resources, and then you would bring them back and create more weapons. I only really created like the opening areas, which were these expansive, large, like open world areas in this, as much of an open world as it can be in 2D. But my whole thing was going around to these different little resource gathering points and getting them, and really exploring like one monster at a time, as opposed to throwing all the monsters out and having this like traditional route. So that's what I was going for this, and perhaps maybe I will continue it. But more than likely, the RPG Maker, I think MV on Nintendo Switch is out. And since that's also a handheld system, I believe I'm going to jump into that and maybe continue this or start a whole new RPG to my liking, because there's nothing better than just sitting down in an afternoon or at night or after work or on the weekend and just plugging away at the RPG or the story of your dreams. Doesn't even have to be RPG. If you don't want no monsters in this, you don't have to. If you don't want to have any battles, you don't want to do any of those items. You can do whatever you want within the scope of this. And I did. I had a blast. I love having this in my collection, and I am looking forward to jumping into the RPG Maker for Nintendo Switch. Let me know in the comments what you think about the RPG Maker series, FES, the Switch version, anyone's. Let me know if you ever finished a game, because most people don't, but that's not the joy. The joy isn't the destination, it is the journey for the RPG Maker series. Again, let me know all about your aspirations or experience with this awesome franchise. As always, thanks for joining the party, thanks for listening to me ramble, and I'll see you in the next collection video.